Say something.
Hi.
Yeah? Cool, boom.
Let's play. Hi guys, welcome back to the final third game week 6. Not my teacher, I did not do that. Game week 6. We're just gonna jump straight into it. We're gonna start off with West Ham beating Man United 2-0 at the. Is it a London Stadium?
Nah, that's what.
Olympics. Let's go.
Is that what they call it?
Let's go. Julie, come on, let's go.
So were the Hammers good or were United bad?
Well,
We know that question, they were shit, but yeah.
West Ham didn't even need to be that good to beat us. They were good, but they didn't need to be that good to beat us. When you look at how we played against Southampton, Crystal Palace,
The shit sides.
like the lower elite teams, we've played the same way. We can't break them down.
And Leicester.
Leicester as well. Like we literally can't break them down. We're not coached to break them down. So when we go to West Ham and we barely have any sort of attacking impetus, no way to break through them. It doesn't surprise me at all because we're not coached to do that very well against lower side. All his whole thing is, I want to play on the counter. I want to press. He doesn't understand that doesn't always work. You need to have a plan.
But how can you play on the counter and press against teams that you're like better than?
You're supposed to be better than them, and his only thing is you need to run, you need to press. Like, bruv, what are you actually giving me here? Like, are you actually coaching
in a ball dominant? So in a ball dominant situation like today, even though you were away,
but look
pressing.
Look who
if you're supposed to have the ball, that's what I'm trying to say. You got Matic and McTominay. They're not really great. That's why you put Matter on. But you complain about
even
Matter.
With that, we're not even going to retain the ball with.
Yeah, but I'm saying
the midfield of Matic and McTominay. You're not even going to retain the ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he plays Matter as well, obviously for a little bit of creativity, obviously because there's no Pogba. But you don't like Matter as well. So what do you want?
Like the midfield is slow. Like Matic, best years are like 20 years behind him. Like. I don't get it. Like, how are you so scared to be on the pitch? Like every time Diop got next to him, it looked as if he was terrified.
Someone said Matter's like one of the best pressers or something. I can't remember which commentator
it was. Because
one of the commentators said today like Matter's.
I think he has one muscle in his there's one muscle.
It works for everything.
That works everything. You can go at one pace. That's it.
Matter's so slow.
That's it. Don't be telling me about no Matter, man. I'm so tired. Like it doesn't make sense that how we're still playing Matter after he
2019.
In 2019.
Just in 2019, not after me.
I want to look at Oli in the face and ask me, are you really relying on Matter to take you back to where you need to be in 2019? And if he can honestly
thin though, that's why.
But whose fault is that? He could have called it out and said, I need this and this season.
Low key, anyway, let's wait till we get there, innit? Let's wait till we get to that part, innit?
He could have called that out and said, obviously, he's clearly, this is fair enough, he's clearly got an idea of the type of player he wants and he's not willing to compromise. But at the same time, you've got to do something about the size of the squad because the quality and quantity is just not there for us to do anything this season. Like,
I think it's the thing where
the
magnitude of both signings hampered like you being able to develop in other positions of the squad. So because Maguire was 85 mil and the other one was 50 mil, when you sum it, it's looking like 150 already. So where can you really buy? And you had to get Maguire. So
that's not even enough to take you back to where you need to. 150 in this market is not enough to take you back to where you need to go.
And then obviously Woodward's not just like a royal prince. He's looking like I've spent about 600 mil in a long.
What did we spend last season? We bought Fred for 50 million. That's it. How long?
It's not even about how much. It's where the signings you're actually making. They're still leaving you in the same situation.
Okay, so what's the alternative? We stop spending and then we become a.
So he's taking this other route that we've tried spending the money. It's not really worked. So let's go with the youth.
But you can't just go with the youth and say this is a 1994 where you've got a class of 92 where you can just drop them in and win the Premier League. It's not that.
Yeah, apparently it even happened like that. They were slowly embedded into stuff like one by one. But
you had great
nostalgia makes people think like they just play them all one day.
Just drop the ball in at one time. No, you need to have quality around them. You can't just drop. And for the love of God, if you are like Ole, if you are gonna say I trust the youth, I'm gonna play the youth, then do it. Stop being such a coward and a liar.
And for me, even when you're going back to that class of '92 when they used to play the youth, it was a lot easier then because you were Man United. There was like 2 dominant teams in the Prem.
Basically,
you bed into your youth one at a time if you're going to do it in this current Premier League, and you don't do it when it's just the demands are so heavy. Do you get? You're playing at least. You're trying to say you're playing bare youth, and this whole Ollie push for youth thing. Other squads are doing it as well.
Other squads are
the quality of your youth as well matters. Don't just say you're playing youth. They're not that
great.
Clear of every like. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
There's a couple. The worst thing is that even if you don't think they're that clear, or in terms of what's in our squad, some of the youth could definitely step up. They could definitely step up and challenge people like Matic, McTominay, Pereira. If you're telling me Gomez, even we only really some people would only have seen him starting the Europa League. That's one of the. But even if just looking at that, you can put him in and think, okay, there's no way he's going to do a worse job than what Mata has actually been doing for us for the last 3, 4, 5 years. There's no way he's going to do a worse job. You look at Fred, like, how is Matic still ahead of Fred? Like, I don't get it.
Hey, Julie, move on, man.
Sorry, man, you don't got me ranting about this terrible club, man.
Compliment West Ham.
Big up
Shout
West
out
Ham,
Noble
man.
as well.
Big up Noble, custom house legend.
Moving on to Leicester beating Spurs 2-1.
Custom house legend. East London massive.
Moving on to Leicester beating Spurs 2-1 away from home.
Yeah.
Let's just throw it out there, they have not won a game away from home since January.
And put Poch under these lights, man.
If it was another team,
Put Poch on, because when Wenger was getting it that last season about
Emery gets it.
Every
The
Arsenal
whole
get
last
it.
season we got
get
it,
it.
like-
Last season Emery got it, the season before Wenger got it.
By the away record, but the pundits as well. Just when it comes to Spurs, they're bare like.
There's a reason.
They're very happy with it. Very happy with it, but it's not good enough. I can't lie, and it's just like you see what you said about Emery when it comes to can he take Arsenal to the next level?
Focus, man. Focus, cuz.
Can he take us to the next level? With Poch, he's plateaued, innit? That Champions League final, which they smelt their way to, like that crippled journey that they made their way to, yeah. That was he plateaued, innit? Because that was his pinnacle, and he's hit a ceiling where he's got to go somewhere else now, I think. And I'm not just saying this because of this result, but it's been brewing. And for me, that Spurs dressing room's a bit fugazi. They're in a rock and a hard place with the whole Eriksen thing because he's got to play because he's part of their strongest squad. Yeah. But the whole Daniel Levy's probably got his hand round Thingy's neck saying, "Don't be playing him like that because you're making us. We need to learn how to not need him. Do you understand? But they need him." But he's been stinking out the joint as well, and that's got to do with his morale, this whole contract issue.
Yeah. To be fair, I said at the beginning of season I could see Tottenham challenging because even after the end of last season they were crap. But
already
all kind of
games in. That's one of the worst hot takes you've had already.
Relax.
And yeah, they can still.
Can I?
Yeah, go on.
It's true.
I said at the end of the season, last season, like Spurs was so crap, but we kind of just put it down to Champions League run or whatever. But when they got the signings in, they got this this summer. You kind of thought, okay, this is the last push now. Now it's kind of like they have to go and challenge now because they've got the signings and this is the first time Poch has had money to spend. But now we kind of see, and it's coming to the end of the project kind of thing where.
You think it's too little, too late? I think it's too little, too late. Giving him money now to go sign on Ndombele. Even if everybody wanted him, but it's too little, too late. Like,
it's kind of like everyone's kind of in that Tottenham team. Like everyone's kind of tired of each other, like manager and players. Like I'm not sure if.
How many times are we gonna get the band back together? It's just it's actually so sorry.
What was it? Pochettino said after the Champions League match, the players were I don't want to misquote him, but he said something along the lines of like the players were ignoring my tactics or they didn't follow the game plan.
You know in FM, just quick. You know in Football Manager, where you're like, where it's like you do your team talk and it says
no reaction, no reaction. And you think, I lost him. I've lost him.
Alright, sorry, Julie.
Oh my gosh.
I'll be damned if I'm a manager, yeah, and I'm like, oh, I lost.
You're trying to rouse him. You're trying to give the most passionate
give them the fucking Wolf of Wall Street, yeah, and they're just looking at you like.
Someone's in a phone in the corner.
Yeah, nah.
Someone's putting on their private story.
When Mendy don't listen to Pep. He sends Mendy out the dressing room, Pep's in his mind and that. Anyway, boy.
Yeah, so there's not really much to say about Spurs this year. So
big up Leicester.
Big up Leicester though.
I want to give it to especially James Maddison, sorry. Yeah,
big drip.
For me, yeah, I thought he's cold. Even a little bit of his Norwich days because I got a few glimpses of him then. But I thought he was cold, but his problem was. I'm not coming for your neck, man. But I think like for me. His problem was like sometimes when he gets to the final, when he gets to the final third, his last pass sometimes it's just not a bit like crisp, or it's just not a killer ball. And sometimes it's like he don't get enough goals as a midfielder. I know sometimes it's very obtuse to just look at it like that, but great finish against Spurs, and he even said it at the end of the post-match interview that, but like he needs to get more goals and assists and stuff. But he played very well, and he's just coming showtime. So good for him, innit? Good for him.
I like Maddison a lot as a player. I feel like he's one of those he's one of the few 10s which can drift into the 8 position.
True. True.
Even with 10s dying out, not a lot of teams play 10s, but he's one of those that can drop into the 8 position and make it work in midfield. I really feel like he's one due to take another big step next season.
Moving on to Liverpool beating Chelsea 2-1 away from home.
Can't beat these guys.
Liverpool 6 Prem games on the bounce, I think 15 wins in a row.
Jesus, oh yeah, you're
15
right.
wins.
15, was it 15? Oh yeah, that was 14.
15.
There,
But that's 6 Prem games.
Even though it's calendar year, that's some big. That's stick to.
You can't beat these guys.
That's stick to, because I remember Barcelona did like 22 games, I think. But this is like 3 seasons ago. That's big. That's big.
Yeah. So we don't see Liverpool crumbling.
I don't know where that loss is coming from.
I'm just trying to think of any team, but that don't.
Because they lost once last season. Let's not lie. Even though they lost the title, they lost one game. But City will beat them.
But then that could be the difference.
City will
from
beat
one
them.
Game, 1 point to winning them. One loss.
I think it's City.
Will be City.
I think it's going to be City.
If any team, it has to be City because I don't see
anyone beating Liverpool.
To be fair,
but then we say this now, but remember, anything's possible. Like, could be that one.
Norwich. The worst thing is Norwich gave them a game.
They never.
Norwich gave them
Well, at the start of the season, they were.
Norwich gave them a game at the start of the season, but Liverpool just blew them away. I feel like another team can give them that sort of game.
That's what I'm saying. You never know.
Another team.
I don't know where that loss is coming from.
Literally, it has to be just one of those. It's gonna come.
It has to come.
It's gonna come, but I don't know where it's coming from.
Credit to them, though. Credit to them. Credit to them, innit?
Can't be saying too much about Liverpool before we say we hate them.
No, come on.
Their whole fan base is coming for us. Gold diggers to final third. I ain't involved.
Let's get on to Tammy now, actually. Let's leave Tammy alone. Let's leave Tammy alone.
Before they all come for your head.
Fragile, them lot.
Who? Chelsea?
Yeah, it's proper fragile.
Yeah, their fans are a bit.
What are you gonna say? How'd they play? Or what are you gonna say?
What? Chelsea. They played alright. Didn't do much, but.
What? Legit. For me,
they did. Yeah, go on.
No, go on.
No, go on.
Chelsea, for me, they stepped it. Even when they stepped it up, Liverpool. By the time they stepped up, Liverpool had lowered it, and they still weren't better than Liverpool. There are points that they could have leveled the game, but I don't think Liverpool were ever scared of Chelsea equalising. The 2 players that could have held their heads up was Kante in the last 20 minutes and Tomori in the
last 20.
Yeah, Kante was a ghost in the first half. We didn't really
second half he played.
Okay, the second half, and then he stepped up. He just drove the boat. Literally did everything by himself. But Chelsea, even Mason didn't do nothing. Abraham didn't do nothing.
Was going off midweek.
And then Willian didn't really do nothing. Aspie just always wants to play rough when it's against Mane. He generally just always wants to have a dogfight with him, and it's boring. Their midfield workhorses, but they didn't really need to work because Kovacic and Jorginho ain't really workhorses.
They love it.
But they didn't really need to work. They're not. That's what I'm saying. Chelsea didn't really bring it to Liverpool, and this loss. They're ranting and raving that they nearly.
It's bittersweet.
Not even. They're making it bittersweet, but you're at home at the end of the day and you're still Chelsea, even though this is a good Liverpool side.
True.
So the match in which you thought you deserved to nick a point from, look at how far you've fallen.
Oh, sorry.
Fair enough.
Chelsea's next this season. They want hate. They want hate, and we're gonna give it to them.
Moving on
Chelsea just want to be
to
involved.
Just want to be involved.
City. I'm talking. Moving on to City.
Chelsea's talking.
Beating Watford 8-0 at the Etihad.
That ain't a beating, man.
That was a beating.
That was a beat down.
That was a beat down.
That was an absolute stomping.
It's
Like,
annoying because it's just annoying because why can't any of the other top 6 teams do that? Apart from Liverpool and Liverpool and City, what other top 6 side is beating a team like Watford?
They battered Watford.
What other team is doing that?
I think it's just psyche. The same way they psyched themselves up for Arsenal is the same way they psyched themselves down for City. Because
That's 100% true. That's
the FA Cup game, they got a mauling in the FA Cup final. And that was a disgrace.
And once the first goal went in, they said it's going the exact same way and there's nothing we can do. We can't stop this freight train.
There's nothing we can do.
I can't lie, the FA Cup game was a disgrace because one, that was a final. This one was an even bigger disgrace because, okay, like we bounced back, we just leveled up against Arsenal.
New manager.
Yeah.
Inspiring performance.
What?
What was that?
What? And it's tiresome. Sometimes when you're watching football, yeah, you think, if I was on this pitch, how would I react? And you're thinking, 4 minutes down.
Hey, I can't be I show for the ball.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not. I can't lie.
He's hiding.
That Watford, right? That game. If I was on Watford team, I'll be comfy on the bench. I'll be so comfy. Chalo.
I starts kissing his teeth when the manager tells him to warm up. What do you want me to do about this? What do you want me to do?
Legit. Nah.
You know in top way the way they should have kissed his.
Nah. What is that?
Nah, man. I can't lie. If I'm on that bit, I'll just want to be on the. And Watford's looking around, yeah, they needed Troy Deeney. But Troy Deeney would have
done nothing.
Nah, they just needed something on that.
Nah, you see Troy Deeney against any good team when they've got the
found out, innit?
He gets found out.
It's not the yard.
Like Troy Deeney loves it when it's a dogfight. Like let me try and bully
it's genuinely
someone.
not the yard.
Yeah.
When it's a centre defender said, I'm not gonna get into that with you. Let's play a ball. Troy Deeney looks lost. He would have not done nothing for this match.
Fair enough. But I just mean in terms of a leader, innit?
Nah, there's nothing. What do you want him to lead? Go get the ball out of the net, man. Let's go. 0-0, man. Come on. 0-0, boys.
Hey, and the thing is, Sterling didn't play, yeah. But this is what I'm saying. Why did the English always provoke? Why did they provoke Pep? Stop provoking this man, yeah, because he's a nutter. He came out and said, yeah, you guys said last season FRAUDIOLA. I say, yo. He's been on Black Twitter. Man said FRAUDIOLA. Oh no, we're doomed next match. Quickly had to He didn't want to play Sparta Prague, who they play, Shakhtar Donetsk, who they play midweek. He said, I'm coming for this prep. Watford, yeah, cool.
Easy target.
20 minutes, 5-0. I said, nah, man.
That's disgusting.
I said, no.
Doesn't matter how many teams you beat 8-0, it's still bold. And now you can change about that. But I can say FRAUDIOLA all you want. You can't change that.
Even last season.
There's nothing you can change about that. I promise you. I promise you. Be as many teams as you want, 8, 9, 10-0. I promise you, that hair's never coming back. Never.
So when they come for you, woohoo! When they come for United.
They'll come.
Anyways, moving on to the final game of the week. Arsenal beat Aston Villa 3-2 at the Emirates. Were we lucky today?
Oh, it doesn't matter. All it matters is that we got 3 points at the end of the day. It was
Yeah, but okay,
That's how you keep managers like Emery in a job.
No,
When you say things like all the free, it's only 3 points that matter. That's how you keep Emery in the job. Yeah. These don't love me now.
Why you like, hey, why you like this, bro? Why you like this, bro? At the end of the day, all that matters is just got back the manager. Just got back the manager. I'm joking. Listen, Emery's a bozo, and that win was not down to him, innit?
It wasn't.
I'll put that down to just gut passion.
That's what the worst thing is whenever Emery throws his game plan out the way, he starts with a game plan, but when you start losing at half time and he throws it out, that's when you don't look your best. When you don't literally go gung-ho and attack teams, that's when you look your best.
That's how we're supposed to start.
That's how you're supposed to start, but Emery's a coward.
I know.
And we've got the Cowards Derby next week, Oli versus Emery.
Hey, listen, he started. He's got to stop this whole Shaka thing though. On the real though, because it's like it's in broad daylight. It's literally chalk and cheese. He's crap.
Because once Xhaka came off, the energy in that move like
changed. Exactly what we expected. Either Willock, Guendouzi and Torreira, or Guendouzi, Torreira and Ceballos. That's what we wanted. Depends if you want legs or you want control. That's the rotation. Sometimes throw Ozil in there to make him happy. But Xhaka doesn't offer you anything that them three midfielders can't offer you.
Apart from one shot on target every game.
No, but it's like he scores once every 9 months. So that's just what kind of like pregnancy ratio is that? Listen, at the end of the day, yeah, Arsenal have really got to like get their hands out of their pockets in terms of the board, yeah, and make such a decision quick, because we don't want to have to. Everyone's saying if he doesn't get us top 4, then you've set yourself back another year.
100%.
Don't be reactionary.
But then his contract ends the season, eh?
That's what I'm saying. But the thing is, it's only Arsenal that will make someone see out their contract. You can sack a man.
By December, they should have made a decision.
By December is where they have to start. Yeah. But the thing is, let's not even think about who do we get to replace him, because there's man out there and stuff. I don't want to think like that. But Emery just does some unforgivable stuff. Maitland-Niles is coming out midweek talking on Sky Sports, sulking. You know when you're literally when you're playing for the school team in secondary school and you're angry at your PE teacher because he don't play in your position, but he just puts you there because you're cold enough to play right back, and it's always right back or left back. That's how he sounded, like he was literally in secondary school. He's like, I don't really want to play there, but I'm centre mid. He shows no ability that he's able to be a centre mid in terms of like.
It's too late. It's too late for him to show at this point.
Trent's got a diag in his locker, so Trent can hit a long range pass at least. Trent's got a touch. Trent's got delivery. Trent's always on his toes. Maitland-Niles flat-footed, slides out of games, like sleeps off in games, bad touch, and then got an accurate pass or attacking impotence. That's a lot of harsh words. That's a lot. No, there's not a lot of harsh words.
I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong, but
and he's got energy. So, and I'm not trying to just limit it to physical capabilities, but that's what you have to at this point, because.
But that's what I'm saying. At this point, it's too late for him to show what he could have possibly done for Arsenal in midfield. It's too late for him to show that he needs to leave if he wants to be serious about becoming a midfielder, because Arsenal are not going to play him in centre mid anymore, because
look how many
basically made him comfortable being a fullback. He needs to leave Arsenal if he's really serious about showing he could be a midfielder.
Or you fix up.
Right, listen, if you want to play for Arsenal, you're playing right. We're playing right.
No, you spill your guts up. Hey, buddy, ain't nothing changed.
I'm not going to tell you.
Ain't nothing changed, buddy.
This ain't a daycare, innit? It's not a daycare. We're not here to pamper you. You're a grown man. If you want to be Arsenal, you play right back. Because if we play 2 games in Europa and centre mid and you don't ball out of control, yeah. Anyway, we'll see. But like I say, Emery's not the person to do this. He's not the person to do this. I don't want him in this club no more. Him and his son, they can leave. Him and Xhaka, they can leave. They can leave. You can get the same cab and get on out of here. They can get out of here, man. I can't lie. Let Chambers start next week because Maitland-Niles is suspended. And Socrates, that bozo as well.
Yeah,
he's a calamity waiting to happen, innit? But yeah, United next week. So OT.
What's that?
OT bobbing.
What, little vlog?
Yeah.
Vlogging now.
Yeah. We'll release the venue soonish. We're vlogging.
Are you trying to get a crowd or?
Nah, we have to get a crowd. Arsenal winning an OT.
You're not doing niche in OT, man.
Lingard's up top.
It does not matter. You're not gonna beat us with Blind and Michael Carrick at centre back.
Blind's a quality player.
He's quality, but you got Michael Carrick next to him at 38 years of age.
Michael Carrick's probably 37 today.
Yeah,
I said 38 back then. Yo, bad man.
Boy, move.
Anyway.
Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of that. Follow our socials, and we'll see you next week.